I've had a couple of people ask, what is the process of fixing my displaced tailbone? And so I'm going to talk about that. So if you're a TMI person, just go ahead and get on out of here, okay? Because we're about to get real personal, okay? Let me clarify. The fixing it actually was, in my opinion, not horrendous. I actually had to go back today. Let me back up. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I found out that 15 years ago during my second delivery of my second child, I dislocated, reversed, and then also horizontally flipped my tailbone. I didn't find that out till 15 years later because I got told at the time that that's just what happens after you have babies. You probably broke it, you probably bruised it, you're just going to be in pain and you're going to be fine. Well, I've been in pain on and off for 15 years and I was a lot bigger back then. I've recently, over the last few years, have lost quite a bit of weight. My tailbone pain has gotten worse and worse. So that is the backstory. Current story is went to a doctor, got an x-ray, found that out. He referred me to an orthopedic specialist and a pelvic floor specialist. I've only seen the pelvic floor specialist so far. I've seen her now twice, today being the second time. The first time was like 10 days ago. She literally fixed my pain on the first visit. Now I re-entered it. And she also told me it could take a few visits because it was dislocated for so long that, my tendons basically were all sorts of shot. Got messed up again, so I went back in today. And again, she fixed it today. At the beginning of the appointment, I could not sit. How I'm sitting currently, I could not sit. I could not sit vertically. I could only sit completely forward like this, sitting on like this part of my leg. Now, I can sit vertically and I even can lean back. I have not been able to do that in 15 years. So it is magical, magical, magical. Now let's get into the part that you guys probably want to know about. Okay. I'll timestamp it for you. Let me give a little bit of clarification of why some people might think it's much more horrendous than me. I have an autoimmune disease called ulcerative colitis. I've had almost a dozen colonoscopies at this point. It might be easier for me than it may be for somebody who has not experienced anything near their bottom before. Because with a pelvic floor specialist, there are two entrances that they deal with helping you handle things, okay? You have the front entrance and you have the back entrance. And for tailbone pain, you need to use the back entrance, okay? I don't want to use the word painful. It's uncomfortable. It's sure as hell awkward. You're sitting, on your left hand. There's a bunch of different positions you can be in. I'm on my left-hand side. They are I shouldn't say they. He or she, whoever your pelvic floor specialist is working on you internally and externally at the same time. So you have things happening internally as well as things happening externally as they manipulate and feel and pull and move. Now, the actual relocation of my tailbone was nothing on the pain scale compared to my daily, everyday pain. If I was told that for the rest of my life, I had to go and have this done once a week in order for me to feel how I feel right now, being able to move back and forth like this, I would literally have this woman's fingers at my exit once a week, if that's what it took, in order for me to be able to sit like this, because my daily pain was horrendous and excruciating. So I'm sorry for the confusion of the message, thinking that the fixture was the horrendous part. If you have more questions or want more specifics, let me know. Fun fact, getting this fix actually fixes so many other problems. Every single muscle, I did not know this, but every single muscle that you have in your pelvic floor attaches and connects to the very tip of your tailbone. When it's dislocated, out of whack, off-centered, whatever, it affects literally everything. So again, 10 out of 10 recommend getting this done. I know it's uncomfortable. I know you might be thinking I could never. But if your pain has been anything like me, for anyone who's watching this, 100 out of 10 recommend getting it done. At least go talk to somebody. At least go talk to somebody and see, if this could help you.